Election day has come and gone, and the nation has a new president. We'll have a wrap-up of Tuesday's surprising results next.
Students planning to head out for the town for Thanksgiving holiday got a head start on their to-do list. Find out how traffic and parking services is helping keep students safe on the roads next.
And students looking for ways to give back this holiday season were given an easy way to make connections and get involved. We have a look at the university's nonprofit fair.
This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome to the Thursday edition of the MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Reyna.
And I'm Becca Chance. On Tuesday, Americans headed to the polls to cast their vote and help determine the next president of the United States.
That's right, Becca. After months of campaigning, the race for the White House ended in early hours of Wednesday morning with an unexpected result. MCTV's Rachel Blevins has a wrap-up in today's election coverage.
And the 45th President of the United States is Donald J. Trump. The Republican nominee achieved what some are calling a landslide victory, receiving over 270 electoral votes to secure the presidency. While many were shocked by Trump's victory, he kept a consistent lead in electoral votes throughout the night. Key swing states that aided in his win included Florida, Pennsylvania, and Ohio. Despite some chatter prior to Election Day that Texas could become a blue state, it stayed red, with Trump receiving 53% of the vote. The Senate and the House of Representatives will also remain under Republican control. Clinton was scheduled to appear at a campaign event in New York City Tuesday night. However, following Trump's lead, she chose not to make an appearance, and her campaign chairman, John Podesta, addressed the crowd instead. Trump gave a victory speech early Wednesday morning where he noted that he received a call from Clinton congratulating him and his campaign. In his speech, Trump praised Clinton for her service, thanked his family members for their support, and said he wanted to bring Americans together as, quote, one united people.
I pledge to every citizen of our land that I will be president for all Americans, and this is so important to me. For those who have chosen not to support me in the past, of which there were a few people, I'm reaching out to you for your guidance and your help so that we can work together and unify our great country.
Inauguration Day is set for Friday, January 20th, 2017. For the latest with MCTV's election coverage, I'm Rachel Blevins.
Trump's win is based on the number of electoral votes he received in Tuesday night's election. Out of the 528 potential electors, Trump currently has 279 and Clinton has 228. However, Clinton leads in the popular vote with just over 200,000 more votes than Trump. The last time a candidate won the presidency without winning the popular vote was George W. Bush in 2000.
Here on the Tech campus, voting was a priority for many students who hoped to make their voice heard in one of the most heated races of the century. The library was the only on-campus polling location for those who didn't vote early. Voting booths were set up in the Crosland room, and students could start submitting ballots at 7 a.m. Since many members of the Tech community are not registered to vote in Lubbock County, polling officials were also helping students fill out provisional ballots that could be submitted through their county of residence. Precincts 49 and 50, which cover the Tech campus, both voted primarily for Donald Trump. However, Clinton trailed by just under 100 votes in both precincts. Overall, Lubbock County voted overwhelming for Trump, with the Republican candidate receiving 66% of the vote.
Here in Texas, the polls closed at 7 p.m., and after they closed, residents of Lubbock County joined the nation to watch as the results slowly rolled in. Here on the Tech campus, students gathered in the sub outside the food court to witness history in the making. Starting at 7 p.m., TV monitors in the Union Plaza were tuned to election coverage, and students sat patiently as the voting results were announced. The watch party wrapped up around 10 p.m., but students could head over to the public areas, such as the library, to gather and keep up with the election coverage. Tuesday's event was organized by the Tech Activities Board. As we mentioned on Monday, the presidential race wasn't the only political office on the ballot here in Texas. There are also several state and local races that Lubbock County voters helped to decide.
That's right, Megan. Up to 28 other races were listed on ballots for voters here in the city and surrounding areas. Although most candidates ran unopposed, one regional election was of interest in the Lubbock voters. The race for U.S. Representative for District 19 was up for grabs Tuesday night after former Representative Randy Noggenbauer decided not to run for re-election earlier this year. Republican Jody Arrington was the favorite and he ran away with the win, receiving 87% of the vote. Arrington will represent the Lubbock, Abilene, and Big Spring areas in the United States House of Representatives.
And nationally, another big issue on the ballot in 5 states could lead to new policies around the country. Arizona, California, Maine, Massachusetts, and Nevada gave voters the choice of whether or not to legalize marijuana for recreational use. After all votes were counted, 4 of the 5 states passed a resolution to make marijuana use legal. Only Arizona voted against the initiative. After Tuesday's elections, 8 states now allow recreational use of marijuana. 26 states also allow marijuana for medicinal use, including Arkansas, Florida, and North Dakota. Those states voted on the initiative on Tuesday.
In other news, students looking for ways to help out the Lubbock community had a chance to meet with local groups and organizations during the Fall Nonprofit Fair. Yesterday afternoon in the Sub Ballroom, representatives from various nonprofit groups met with students from 2 to 4 p.m. Attendees were given information regarding practicum opportunities, internships, and possible full-time employment.
It allows Texas Tech students to partner more throughout the Lubbock community, so it allows more of our students to get involved and more of the community to influence our students as well.
The Nonprofit Fair is one of several events organized by the University Career Center each semester. For a list of upcoming fairs and other events held by the University Career Center, check out their website at higherredraiders.ttu.edu.
Across campus, another group held an event yesterday that is helping keep students safe before the upcoming holiday season. Transportation and Parking Services held the fall edition of their free car clinic yesterday in the Commuter West parking lot. Students could have their car inspected for potential problems, get vehicle fluids refilled, and even grab a bite to eat, all without having to get out of their car. Scott's Complete Car Care employees were on hand for the tune-up, along with the South Plains Auto Theft Task Force and the Injury Prevention Coalition of the South Plains. Saddle-up motorcycle training was also available for students interested in signing up for courses. The free car clinic is held twice a year. Next semester's clinic will take place before spring break.
And speaking of the holidays, if you don't have a vehicle to drive home for Thanksgiving, the Office of Parent and Family Relations has another option for you. Each year, Tech partners with BrakeShuttle.com to offer students a low-cost transportation option to get to and from 5 major destinations in Texas. There are options to travel to Austin, Dallas-Fort Worth, El Paso, Houston, and San Antonio, all for under $200 round trip. The Thanksgiving shuttles will leave on Wednesday, November 23rd and return on Sunday, November 27th. You can also purchase tickets for winter break, which includes trips to all locations except El Paso. Visit BrakeShuttle.com for tickets and more information. The South Plains weather has finally felt like fall, with temperatures sticking around the 60-degree mark all week.
Yeah, Becca, the cooler conditions have given most students a reason to dig out their winter clothing and jackets. But are the cooler temperatures finally here to stay? Let's take a look at the MCTV forecast. The MCTV tower cam is showing clouds covering the sky with the sun occasionally breaking through. Temperatures are again hovering around 60 degrees today, and overnight we'll see a low around 40. Tomorrow the clouds will finally move out of the area, bringing back the sun for most of the day. Tomorrow's high will be slightly warmer with temperatures reaching the mid-60s, but after the sun sets, be sure to keep your jacket ready. Overnight lows could fall into the upper 30s. On Saturday, we'll see more sun, but temperatures will drop back into the upper 50s. Overnight lows won't be as cool with temperatures staying in the mid-40s. Skies should remain clear on Sunday and we'll have a slight rebound in temperatures. Sunday's high will climb near 70 and winds will be breezy during the day. Overnight lows will again drop into the mid-40s. 7-degree temperatures will return to start next week. With more sun and light winds, Tuesday we'll see temperatures continue to rise with a high in the mid-70s. Clear skies will also stick around on Tuesday, making for a mild afternoon. On Wednesday, we'll see a continuation of the 70-degree weather and sun. Winds will increase slightly, leading to breezy conditions throughout the day. Overnight lows next week will continue to stick around the mid-40s. Upper 40s, with Wednesday possibly seeing a slight increase into the lower 50s. Looking ahead, the sun will stick around through the rest of the week, but cooler temperatures should return by the weekend.
The Tech Activities Board is giving student musicians a chance at 15 minutes of fame. Let's take a look at the MCTV events calendar. TAB is hosting the fall edition of the singer-songwriter competition tonight at the Sub Barnes & Noble. Starting at 7 p.m., musicians from all around campus will perform live in front of judges for a chance to be the opening act for the next semester's Red Raider City Limits. Come out and join the judges and help discover Tech's next big star. Tonight's event is free with a Tech ID.
This Friday, stop by the Memorial Circle for a special event honoring those who protect our country. Tech's annual Veterans Day observance will take place at 5 p.m. on Friday. The event is organized by Army ROTC and features a special ceremony recognizing men and women who have served and are serving in the armed forces. During the ceremony, a special wreath will be placed in Memorial Circle to honor those who have died, and a family will be recognized with the Gold Star Award for the personal sacrifices for our country. Newly elected Congressman Jody Arrington will also be in attendance and speak during the ceremony. Friday's event is free and open to the public.
And on Saturday, clean out your closet and help make the campus a little greener during the annual electronics recycling event. From 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., you can stop by the USDA Ag Research Building and drop off old TVs, DVD players, computers, cell phones, and more. The items collected will be sold to a recycler, and the money raised will go towards sustainability scholarships available to Tech students. Saturday's event is being held to raise awareness for America Recycles Day, which is next Tuesday, November 15th. The electronics recycling event is sponsored by the University Student Housing.
So, Becca, do you have any big plans for the weekend?
I was actually just planning on watching the game on TV, but that's about it.
Yep, I'm rooting for Red Raiders for sure. We're going to be playing Oklahoma State, so we'll see how it goes. Well, that's all for today's edition of the MCTV Weekday Update.
Thanks so much for joining us, and be sure to check out ttuhub.net every day for more news. We'll see you on Monday.